obviously we're in the bus and we left the hot spring yurt that we were staying at, and we stopped in this little town and to get some fuel and to, well, we weren't planning on it, but we also stopped at this little espresso shop and got some coffee, and they hooked us up with some goodies here. And so the lady who made our coffee and stuff, she came to check out the bus. She thought it was really cool, and we got to talking, and she said that the place that we're trying to go, that we're not gonna get there because there's gonna be too much snow. So we're gonna try and go anyways.
It's like Crater Lake, baby. We're gonna get in there somehow.
So I have our backup plan logged into my GPS in case we lose service, and Isaac has our actual destination logged into his GPS, and that's where we're going right now. So I'll keep you guys updated when we get closer and see if we're going to like Eagle Cap Wilderness is what it's called. So we'll see if we make it there or not.
Busted. Hey, where the Filipinos at? We be busted. Hey, where the Filipinos at? Oh, you ain't Filipino, now you honorary. Yeah.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
We just passed a sign that said that the pavement ends. How far away does it say we are? Oh, it says we still have 16 minutes to drive on this road, and it's completely white with snow. It's coming out a little bit right there, but it's getting a little sketchy. Says we still have 10 minutes and it's getting real sketchy, so we're gonna try and find a place to turn around, and I pray to God that we don't get stuck.
Oh yeah, bro, we might be just better off just trying to back up.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with plan B. It's super sketchy and we don't want to get stuck. We tried our best to get all the way there. Didn't happen. So we're gonna back up until we can turn around, and then we're gonna head to plan B location. I still am kind of nervous.
There's a turnaround coming up.
Huh?
We can turn around here.
I still feel like there's a chance we could get stuck. So the snow is pretty deep. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we make it out of here. Well, we backed up till we could turn around, so we're safe, I think. We didn't get stuck along this road coming in. I think we'll make it out. So we're on to plan B. Let's hope that we can find a spot there. I think it's Wallowa Lake is what we're gonna try and go to at this point. So we made it to Wallowa Lake, and whatever Isaac put into the GPS kind of took us what's it called, on a wild goose chase, and we wound up like up in the mountains near all these cabins and Airbnbs, and like you couldn't even really see the lake. I mean, you could, but it was like way up in the mountains, so we wound up having to turn around, go back down the mountain, and we came across this park. So we pulled into the park. We parked right on the lake. We're on the boat ramp, just temporarily. But I mean, the lake is it's frozen on top, so I don't think that there's going to be any boats coming in and out of here. But yeah, I want to show you guys what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. I just wish that I would have known that we probably shouldn't have come in the winter time. It's probably best to come during like spring and summer. But here we are. There's no going back now. So we're gonna check out the beautiful scenery for a minute and then figure out what to do next.
Forget about your Jeep and your wand, okay? What? Babe.
You better not fall in.
Babe. Will you grab that thing and put it on? Babe,
Ruin your dinner?
babe, can you get a close up of my feet? Understand?
So we're out here on the lake. Isaac's risking falling in to walk on it a little bit, but there's other people doing it. And it may sound silly, but I grew up in Texas. And I thought growing up that like in the north, it was just snow everywhere all the time during the winter. But after this trip, I've come to realize that Oregon has literally everything. Like all the weather. Just depends on where you're at. Where we're at now is how I thought that the whole north would be during the winter. But like we were in Bend and there's people in shorts and tank tops and flip-flops. And it's not even like that cold outside right now, but there's snow everywhere. It's wild. I'm wearing sandals. Isaac's wearing a short sleeve shirt. It's crazy. But we're kind of a little underwhelmed with the Wallowa Mountains. I definitely think it's something that you should come see like during the spring or the summertime. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there's not a whole lot to do. Like if we could go paddleboarding or something, that would be really cool. But the lake is frozen, so it is what it is. You need some ice skates? Did you come 8 hours to come fall in the frozen lake?
Yep. Ooh wee, I'm gonna go down.
you enjoy your salad?
I don't know why we weren't eating like this every day.
Because someone was trying to eat out all the time.
This is bomb. It's so good, it's bomb.
It has been a few days since I've literally even just picked up the camera to film. We left the Wallowa Mountains and decided to head to Pendleton. And when we got to Pendleton, we were trying to find a place to park, and it was difficult without having to drive out of town and then back into town. One of Isaac's favorite brands, may even be his favorite brand, is Pendleton. And so he really wanted to go to the Pendleton, like the first official Pendleton store. And so that was like basically why we went through. I think no matter what, we would have drove through Pendleton, but that's why we stayed, and we wanted to spend a day there. And when I've been on the road before in the past by myself, I typically don't drive every day. I find a place that I can park and just like chill and not have to run and gun every single day. And so it's a very different experience doing this trip. One, I'm not by myself, so you're not just worried about you're worried about two people. And when I say worry, I just mean you're always thinking of two people. You're not just thinking about yourself. And we pretty much have been driving at the very least 3 hours every single day. So it's like we're going to these amazing places and we just haven't had time to stop and slow down. Like, I wish that we could have had enough time to go to each place and spend 2 to 3 days there instead of seeing it in 2 to 3 hours and then booking it to the next location. The reason that we are in such a hurry is because I do have a doctor's appointment February 18th that we have to be back in Eugene for. So we're trying to get all of this done. We're trying to film every single day. We're even trying to upload most days. And so it's kind of been a little overwhelming. It's been a little bit stressful, and it's been more so that than it has been enjoyable. It's like those enjoyable moments are those few hours that we have at these locations, and then we're off to the next location, and then it's just busy until then. And then even before and after, we are editing and putting our films together. And so we're not able to stop and just like slow down and relax. We're still working. So I decided after the Wallowa Mountains, when we got to Pendleton, that I was just gonna slow down. Wasn't gonna worry about uploading this video. I wasn't even gonna worry about filming, and I was just really stressed out and overwhelmed. And so Isaac, being the amazing partner that he is, picked up on that, and he basically said, like, we can get this hotel room another night. Let's just stay in Pendleton and like take it easy and just relax. The hotel that we got, we booked this particular one because it had an indoor hot tub and an indoor heated pool. The first night that we stayed there, we were so busy editing, we didn't even get to enjoy it. Which, I mean, it was stuff like that it just made me like, we're going too fast. Like, we're not even enjoying these little things that we're hoping to enjoy. So we wound up staying another night in Pendleton just to kind of slow down and relax. And the next morning when the pool opened, we were like, all right, let's go enjoy this pool while we have it. Like, this is why we even got this hotel. And we went to the pool. The hot tub was out of service. And they're like, all right, well, it's fine. It's an indoor pool. It's heated. Like, we'll just swim in the pool. Like, it's great exercise for me. And we dipped our feet in the pool, and it was cold. So we called the office, and we were like, hey, or the front desk. We were like, hey, can you turn up the heat in the pool? And they're like, no, sorry, no can do. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? We could have went across the street. I bet the Holiday Inn's pool is not broken. because Holiday Inn also had a heated indoor pool. But we were like chalked it up for what it was, and that was it. And we wound up, Isaac had a friend that happened to live in Pendleton, so we wound up meeting, that he's known forever, and we wound up meeting up with him. He took us to lunch. It was a very delicious lunch, beautiful restaurant, and then we wound up going back to the hotel and then going to dinner at this other like super awesome restaurant that they had there. And so it gave us and Isaac was talking about like going to the casino, and I was like, you know what, if you want to go do that, babe, you go do that. I'm gonna stay here because I just want to chill and breathe a little bit. I don't want to be around the fast pace of a casino right now. So he thought about going, but by the time we had dinner, like we were both just beat and exhausted, so we just went back to the hotel and went to sleep. And then next morning we headed toward Portland, and now we are at Mount Hood. I think we're currently in Mount Hood. We got to hike yesterday 4 miles, so that was very, very tiring. But we hiked all the way through the snow to Lake Trillium. The lake was completely frozen over, and you could see Mount Hood, like the tip of it. And it was a really cool experience. Great exercise. I'll never complain about exercise. We were tired, but I'm glad that we did it. Definitely, my calves are sore today. But the hike was beautiful. It was like nothing I've ever experienced. Like the snow was probably at the very least 5 feet deep. There were some parts where you would just kind of fall into your knees and you were still not all the way down. But it was beautiful, and I'm glad that we got to experience that. And then we drove up to some other place last night, and it was basically at the tip of Mount Hood. Some of the most I've never seen anything like it. It was absolutely beautiful. I've never been around any type of snowboarding locations, and that's exactly where we're at right now. Like I can literally see people getting on those little crane things that take you up to the top of the mountain and you jump off and go ski. Never seen that before in real life. Like it's been a great experience, but it was nice to just slow down a little, because when you're just going so fast, like it's hard to appreciate what you see around you when it's just flying by. And so I am just the type of person who likes to slow down a little bit, and Isaac, I think, is very much run and gun all the time. Even if he's not enjoying it, it's in his nature, I think, to just go, go, go. And I think that's where we kind of balance each other out, because he is fast and I am slow, and together we can kind of encourage each other to, you know, be a little faster when I need to be, and kind of slow down when he needs to slow down. And so it's definitely been an experience traveling together on a first real trip, like long term. And so we definitely would have taken more time on this trip if I didn't have a doctor's appointment. But with the baby on the way, like I have to go to the doctor once a month, so it only gives us a month in between, and we had to be kind of selective because this bus was just finished at the end of or beginning of February. So we didn't have too much time we had 2 weeks to do all 7 wonders of Oregon. And the thing is the Wallowa Mountains were so far east. It was like an 8-hour drive, so that took up a huge chunk of our time. All the other wonders are pretty much right next to each other, but it was a really cool experience to just go on this adventure together, basically. So I am thankful we've done it, but I was definitely feeling burnt out. Talking to Isaac and us kind of brainstorming how we can make this a little bit more enjoyable while going a little bit slower, but still making our deadline and getting back to Eugene on time. And so that's kind of where we're at. We're down to, I think, our last 2 wonders. We're going to the Columbia River Gorge today, and then the coast is the last one, and we're just going to take the coast I think we're just going to drive all the way to the coast and go down and drive all the way back to Eugene along the Oregon coast. And so we'll be back in Eugene soon. But this trip was definitely, I think, a learning experience for both of us. and for our relationship. But I'm really, really happy and glad that we were able to experience it. With all of that being said, there are some things happening, obviously, with Ember on the way. Isaac and I have to kind of really step back and look at our future and what we want, and things are changing. It's no longer about us anymore. It's not even about our relationship per se. That is very important, but we do have a child on the way. So with that, we are kind of talking about what our future looks like and what do we want it to look like. And so we have some plans, and I will say that things are changing, and you guys will all see and hear about that very soon. But being able to really talk about what we want for our future, this trip has definitely opened our eyes to a lot of different opportunities, and I think that you guys are going to enjoy the changes that we have coming our way, that we're working toward right now. I'm just looking forward to sharing all of that with you. So the bits and pieces of that might come in just that, bits and pieces, and maybe not as a whole, but as things start to form and come together, we'll be sharing those with you guys. And as always, just thank you so much for watching and spending time with us. We do enjoy getting these videos out to you, but we also are human, and this is our job, yes, but we get stressed out and we get overwhelmed, especially when we try and work too hard and too fast. So we're trying to figure out how to balance everything. And so I just want to thank you to everyone who has taken the time to watch our videos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed these moments as much as we have, and I look forward to the next video. I don't know how much filming I'll do as far as these next two wonders go. I might just make one more video for you guys as far as like our trip home, and then I'll be back on my bus build and hopefully getting that done pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens, but we do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us and subscribing and just being so amazing. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys on the next video.